How's it going, metalheads, and welcome back to another video. We are back with yet another album review. This is a pretty cool one. I found this one on the YouTubes. So today we're going to be going over the album called Global Warming by the band Brutal Blast. This is the debut album from the Spanish thrash outfit, and their archives page says that they formed in 2011 and were active till 2013, and then they reformed this year. So yeah, let's get into the album. It starts off with a nice intro track titled Canis Mayor, I think that's how you say that, which includes nice acoustic guitars and synths. Intro tracks are completely welcome, on my opinion, in albums of this length. This one having 11 tracks on it. I feel like if you have enough tracks of substance, an intro track to set the atmosphere is perfectly fine. The second track, called Incantation, also includes a bit of an intro section before heading straight into full-speed thrash metal. The guitars on here have a real nice crunch to them, which is something I immediately look for in a thrash album. Is the heft and the crunch of the guitars. They're amazing on this album. The drums are nice and punchy as well. I love the production on here. The band did an amazing job with this being an independent release. The archive says that the bassist, Isidro, I think I'm saying the name right, Isidro, did the mixing and mastering, so great job to him. Yeah, the vocals on this album are more of a shout than the typical high-pitched rasp that you typically find in thrash. But they do the job nonetheless, fit the style of thrash very well. The fourth track, called Spanish Inquisition, proves that the band can do mid-tempo just as well as high-speed thrash. The tempo changes like that always make me enjoy an album more because, one, it shows the band has a lot more skill and they can do more than just one speed. And two, it keeps the album from being too repetitive. The sixth track, which is entitled Pass Me the Fucking Ball, is a really cool one. It's almost 7.5 minutes long. It starts with a nice acoustic intro. The intro isn't too long, though, which I really enjoy. You'll find more acoustics around the 3-minute mark before they switch up the speeds and add in some really nice guitar leads. It's a really cool track. It's like, I don't know, I'd call it a concept track, I guess. A longer track like that. All in all, a band that is able to execute a long track like that is awesome in my book. I think if you can do tracks like that where you have the tempo switches and the intro stuff and the acoustic stuff and all that kind of stuff, really shows the band's technical ability. Those longer tracks can also be difficult to execute because they can get repetitive real quick, if you just keep repeating the same chorus or the same verse or whatever. But this one doesn't, however, and it's one of my favorite tracks on the album. And after that, it's right back to straight up aggressive thrash metal with the song Swim Against the Tide, which is probably my favorite song on the album. It's just a ripper of a track. Raging Crowd is also an awesome song. For a debut album and an independent release, I love everything about this album. It's well executed, well produced, and not repetitive or cliche at all. There's no dumb samples, nothing like that. It's just all thrash metal, and really awesome thrash metal at that, really unique thrash metal. Obviously, even without samples and all that kind of dumb stuff that I think a lot of bands do nowadays, you can still have a bunch of just cliche albums. It's like middle-of-the-road thrash metal, middle-of-the-road death metal, kind of gets boring. So if a band can make something interesting in their album and make you want to listen to it more over, another thrash album, which these guys definitely do, I find that really cool. And so definitely check out this album if you haven't heard it already. It's definitely in consideration for my year-end list at this point in time. If you're a fan of other Spanish thrash bands like Angelus Apatrida, you'll definitely dig this awesome album from Brutal Blast. Or if you're just a thrash fan in general, give it a shot. Tell me what you think, because I think it's pretty awesome. And again, I found it on YouTube through another review. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, I hope you're all doing well. Have a nice day. See ya.